Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session on building resilience in MSMEs to aid the Indian chemical industry. I would like to thank SABIC and Economic Times also for providing me this opportunity to talk on the subject. So here we will be discussing about the chemical and plastic sector and the importance of MSME in the segment, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the sector, the future growth drivers and challenges, and steps to be taken by the government and industry to overcome the challenges and build resilience in the MSME sector so that the opportunities can be leveraged. To give an overview of the sector, the chemical sector is estimated to be $178 billion and is expected to grow to $300 billion by 2025 as per the Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals. While as per APMA, the plastic industry is estimated to be around 2.25 lakh crore. Both the industries are major contributor to domestic economy and employ close to 6 million people. India is a net importer in several key chemical segments, although in the specialty chemical segment, it is a net exporter. In both the chemical and the plastic industry, the MSMEs are major players. MSME sector is estimated to account for 25 to 30% of the overall domestic chemical segment. And the presence is high in case of product segments where scale is not a major criteria and R&D requirement is lower. However, they also have presence in niche chemical specialty segments. MSMEs are engaged in manufacturing of low value added products. They do job work for larger players. They also undertake processing like purification, blending, etc. and have presence across the value chain. In the plastic segment, around 85 to 90% of the polymer processing sector is with the MSME segment. If we look at the contribution of the MSME segment, it is skewed towards the low value added products where the margins are lower. Customers are mainly in the informal sector or domestic customers, and the R&D requirement and complex technology requirement is low and the competition is high. However, in the niche specialty chemical segments where MSME has presence, the margins are relatively better. Customers are large domestic players and MNCs, and there's a relatively large R&D requirement and the competition intensity is lower. If we look at the COVID-19 impact on the chemical and plastic sector, in March 2020, when the impact of COVID-19 pandemic started playing out, there was a sharp contraction in production in both chemical and plastic sector due to the containment measures and the demand being impacted. However, after April 2020, there was gradual recovery, and by H2 of FY 2021, the demand had started recovering. During the second wave, while there was some impact, it was much lower compared to the first wave. If we compare the two waves on various parameters, during the first wave, the production was impacted by the labor migration, specifically during Q1 FY 2021 and part of Q2 FY 2021. However, during the second wave, the industry was much better prepared due to the use of local labor, providing accommodation, etc., which had mitigated the impact. The labor migration issue was also much lower compared to the first wave. On the logistics front, during the first wave, due to the stringent containment measures, production and supply was adversely impacted. However, the impact was much less severe in the second wave. On the demand front, both the domestic and export demand was impacted during the peak of first wave. However, in the second wave, while there was some impact on the domestic demand, the export demand remained relatively much better. On the working capital cycle front, the collection period was stretched due to the impact of pandemic across the supply chain during the first wave. However, the impact was much less severe in the second wave. The liquidity, again, because of the stretched collection period and impact of operations, was impacted, and there was some pressure build-up during H1 of FY 2021. However, the relief measures provided from RBI mitigated the impact. During the second wave, the impact on liquidity was much less, and again, due to the relief measures, there was support provided. So the MSME sector was also within the chemical and the plastic sector was also impacted by the lockdown, labor migration, logistics issues, and liquidity stretch. However, the impact was mitigated by the relief measures like the moratorium and resolution support provided, as well as liquidity support through ECLGS scheme, etc. Further, with the demand recovery in the chemical sector, the impact was mitigated. If we look at both the chemical and plastic sector are poised for multi-year growth over the next few years. And the key growth drivers are both for the domestic as well as export demand. For the chemical sector, the domestic growth will be driven by the growing economy. With the expected growth in economy, the domestic consumption of various chemical sectors are expected to grow. Also, the changes in consumption pattern with the growth in per capita income will also drive domestic growth, more preference for premium products, and adoption of global production by the global production measures by the industry, which will result in improved demand. Further, the government push for increased domestic production and the supporting measures that they have taken will also help. On the export front, increased diversification under the China Plus One strategy, wherein the global majors are looking at supply chain diversification due to the disruptions witnessed in the last few years, making them more aware about the concentration risk, and India is expected to benefit from the same. The cost arbitrage, which continues due to the low cost production process and lower labor cost, the availability of skilled labor in India, and favorable IPR regime, which is expected to help in sectors like agrochemicals and pharma, where the domestic industry also has established track record. And this will help in further increase in CRAMS business for these sectors. The plastic industry is also expected to witness demand growth due to similar factors and will be driven by increased demand for packaging, both rigid and flexible packaging, demand from the infrastructure sector for increased for various pipes, plastic sheets, etc. Agricultural equipments for micro irrigation, healthcare equipments, auto sector, consumer durables, etc. However, there are several key challenges which needs to be addressed so that the industry can leverage these opportunities. So some of these challenges are the high import dependence on feedstock, competition and impact of free trade agreements, low R&D and technology adoption, lack of scale in several subsegments, logistics related constraints, and environmental risks. There are also challenges specific to MSMEs, which include access to funding, risk of technology obsolescence, manpower skilling. There are constraints related to environmental regulation compliance. Since environmental compliance for MSME sector is a major constraint, since this restricts their ability to move up the value chain or gain share in the export market, especially in certain segments like the dyes and pigments, which has high effluent treatment requirement. Supply chain inefficiencies. The MSME segment also faces challenges of supply chain inefficiencies, which impacts the growth in the sector. Further, the marketing setup for smaller players are inadequate and limit their ability to grow. There is lack of awareness about IPR issues. Focus on the intellectual property right is critical to move up the value chain and become part of global supply chain. However, the MSME segment is constrained by the lack of awareness about these issues. And then there are regulatory issues wherein there are several regulations relating to the MSME sector. However, there is lack of synchronization among different agencies on interpretation of regulation, which impacts the ability of MSME players to effectively benefit from various government support measures. However, there are several government measures which has been taken both for COVID-19 and in general to support the chemical sector, chemical and plastic sector in recent period, which is expected to aid the industry. Some of these are the COVID-19 relief measures by RBI, which includes during the first wave, the moratorium and restructuring options provided, and also the emergency credit line guarantee scheme to provide collateral-free loans, which provided liquidity support. There was a rationalization of duty structure on some of the key feedstock like naphtha, and some of the anomalies under the FTA and other trade were also addressed, and several trade protection measures in the form of anti-dumping duty on several key feedstock and petrochemicals was provided. And these are expected to aid in both availability of feedstock and also result in increased capacity in these feedstock, which will reduce the import dependence going forward. Further, there were some non-tariff barriers also in the form of mandatory BIS standards, etc. And these are also expected to mitigate the impact of competition. Also, IPR protection measures in terms of IPR regulations and schemes, etc. were introduced. Then there is public procurement policy, which as a part of the Make in India initiative, the Department of Chemicals and Petrochemical had notified all procuring entities to comply with the local content criteria for a set of chemicals, petrochemicals, and agrochemicals, irrespective of the purchase value. However, at present, they are applicable to only few chemicals, but the same is expected to grow going forward. There are various export promotion schemes. Performance links incentive was also introduced for APIs, and it is expected that it might be introduced for some of the other chemical segments also going forward. Then cluster-based development under the PCPIR and Plastic Park scheme. These cluster-based development should support smaller companies by having common infrastructure for waste management, effluent treatment, warehouses, etc. And central government will do part funding for some of these projects, which should be favorable for the sector. Also, the government has come out with draft chemical management and safety rules, These provide for notification, registration, and restrictions on prohibitions, etc. for and requirements related to labeling, etc. for packaging, which would help the sector in improving their export presence. If you look at the scheme specifically for the MSME sector, there were schemes under the Atmanirbhar Bharat, wherein 20,000 crore subordinate debt scheme for stressed MSMEs was there. Credit guarantee scheme for subordinate debt was introduced. Fund of funds for MSME scheme, which is expected to infuse around 50,000 crore for MSME as equity. And also guidelines for self-reliant India fund was introduced. Apart from these, the Ministry of MSME runs numerous schemes targeted at providing credit and financial assistance, skill development training, infrastructure development, marketing assistance, technology and quality upgradation, and other services for MSMEs across the country. Apart from the government measures that we have discussed, there are various steps which the industry has already taken or should take to leverage the opportunities and also to support the MSME sector. So these include increased R&D spend. Companies which consistently invest in R&D have been able to move up the value chain and develop sustained advantage. Technology adoption through tie-ups, acquisition, and consolidation. Apart from the R&D spend, technology adoption can also be done through tie-up with global players, consolidation with domestic or MNCs, or acquisition of smaller companies with complementary technology. The customer and product diversification. In order to scale up and reduce risk, companies which over time manage to diversify the customer base, end users, and also geographies are able to have sustained growth in meaningful market share. Cost savings through efficiency measure. While process improvement, investment in digital technology and automation and other measures which will aid in cost saving and improved efficiencies, companies have also gone for vertical integration through greenfield projects or through acquisition, which provide long-term cost advantages. On the environmental sustainability front, companies which aim to increase the global footprint in the export market need to ensure all environmental and sustainability related regulations are complied. And if they have a focused and proactive policy on the same, it will be a source of advantage. Further, stakeholder engagement through associations is extremely necessary. There are already several associations for chemical sector and specific sub-segments which engage with various stakeholders and government for various policy measures like regulations, trade protection measures, incentives, etc. It is crucial for the association to be regularly engaged with government bodies to ensure that sector level challenges are adequately highlighted and feedback is given on adequacy of government support measures so that they can be fine-tuned. For the MSME sector, in order to make them more resilient, it is necessary for greater collaboration between the larger players in the industry and the MSME segment. It will also be imperative for larger domestic and global players to support the industry MSME sector and integrate them as part of the domestic and global value chain. Some of the key areas of collaboration is with regards to technology upgradation, IT and digitization, which will be very crucial for the MSME sector going forward, and the larger players can provide much better help in this segment. Compliance with global standards and regulations on environmental, social, and governance issue, including the labor issues, environmental compliance issues, health and safety measures, providing manpower training, collaborating on R&D, and ensuring timely payment so that the companies are not stretched on the working capital front. With the expected growth in demand, the Indian chemical and plastic sector should benefit, including the MSME sector. And although ICRA expects that in the medium to long term, the share of MSME segment in the chemical sector may witness some moderation, mainly because of the scaling up of companies, increasing consolidation, and the companies moving up the value chain, due to which some of the current MSMEs might, because of the growth in scale, etc., there might be some moderation in this share of MSME in the sector, but it will be a major contributor to the growth in both chemical and the plastic sector. Thank you.